How do you stay motivated when you're playing a level from zero?
In what sense?
Like if you
Because
if you practice a level, you know it. But like, let's take Amethyst for example. You're playing it from zero, and it just fucking sucks. Like, what keeps you to just keep on playing?
that there's an issue there. It's called I sometimes don't.
Well, the days you
uh,
do, even.
okay, yeah, because I think for me personally, how it goes is I have these like bursts of like motivation where it's like, okay, if I just grind it out for like a few days, I think I could beat it. And then once those few days are up and I realize I couldn't, I just don't play it for a long time, and then the cycle repeats until inevitably I do. It's the exact same thing that happened with Thinking Space 2 as well, where I would play for like a week or two and I'd get like really far a lot, and I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe I can do it this time. And then I don't, and I didn't play it for like a month, and I came back to it, and then I was obviously able to do it. So that's mostly my mindset is like I just take like if something takes me a long time, I will play a lot easy. I will play easier levels on the list. I will not care what people ask me to do. Like, oh, get back to it. Like I know once because I've reached breaking points many times playing this game. I think what was it? I think TS2 was the first level ever to genuinely make me cry over the game. It was that mentally destroying for me that that was my first cue to take like my first break. And I've never had an experience like it ever. I probably won't ever have an experience like it to date ever again. Because how crying over G is something I've literally never said this before. I've only talked to one person ever about it, but I don't really care because it's an interview. I don't really care much because it's like might as well.
Yes, let's
I've
go.
only said this one person ever. I was in call with one of my friends, and I was just kind of thinking about how long I was taking with TS2, and I genuinely just broke down in call. It
Damn.
was it was actually terrible. And like my it kind of sucks because my motivation at the time was the fact that I broke down, and I was kind of hoping that it would somehow make me better, which is crazy. That's still my mindset at the end of the day is I want to be better. And if breaking down over the game will do it, then I'll probably do it because that's how much I want to be better.
I mean, that's like, that's very inspiring because it's like if you think about other top players, I don't think a single one of them would cry to a level like, especially people like fucking pop off. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to ask this question to Doggy about grief. Like maybe he grieved over grief. I don't know, but
Yeah, there's probably a good chance.
there
But
probably
I
is a
mean, it's
chance.
just I've never until TS2, and it's just kind of something that kind of makes me realize that at the end of the day, I still am passionate about it because I feel like if I wasn't passionate about it, I wouldn't cry.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, what the
Why
fuck?
did he send this?
What okay, what was that?
I mean, I saw what it was.
I
It
saw what it
was
was too. It was really,
a little low partial.
uh, yeah, yeah. Okay. Um.
Interesting.
Uh, in what in
Anyways,
God's name? Anyways, but no, I think reaching a breaking point and actually showing emotion towards it definitely like it is something that shows a lot of passion for something. And I
yeah.
think
I oh wait, sorry, you go, you go.
oh,
My
I was
bad.
to say I think it relates to like this next question. What do you think the human limit is going to be?
I think the difficulty amethyst can be spread out to 3 minutes, and I think that will be the max it can go. I think if you want even harder gameplay than what's in amethyst, you are going to spend it wouldn't be GD anymore at this point. It it wouldn't feel like the game because at one point all you're doing is just like there is no room for you to be wrong. You have to be perfect. And with every top one we've ever had, Tidal Wave, still Amethyst, I think, there's still room for error. Obviously the room's getting tighter and tighter, but if you go past Amethyst now where every click is 2 frames on 240, 3 frames on 240, like you reach a point where what is the point? You there I don't know if you can get consistent at those timings because I think the human limit for me personally isn't like, oh, how much mental struggle would it be? But literally at one point, is it how tight do the gaps have to be where a human can't get consistent at it? Where at one point you're literally like just lucking out. There is no skill to it. Like you just remember a click pattern, and no matter what, you can't get consistent. You just have to hope that you can beat it, and hope that you can just get lucky from zero instead of being like, oh, I hope I can get consistent and then I can beat the level. Consistency isn't even a factor anymore. It's just, can you get lucky?
Yeah, I
And I'm gonna keep talking real quick, sorry, but I think
good.
that's one of the only issue I have with Rated Plus is with CBF gonna be allowed for verifications. Once there's
Mhm.
a CBF top one, because I think Grief is long and has room for error, obviously,
Yeah.
but once there's a top one harder than Grief where every click is like like in quotations like 2 frame on 240, but on CBF you have like obviously a little more room. But then there's going to be clicks where they're physically impossible on 240 and only possible on CBF. I think once that is reached, I don't think there would be any more motivation to play the game.
Yeah, I've made one of those.
Yeah, I've played one of those.
Yeah, they're cancerous. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it like you said, it's just luck at that point, and it's I don't think anything like that requires that amount of luck is actually going to ever get verified because,
Yeah.
like you said, if you extend the Amethyst difficulty to 3, like if they use the whole song Ricochet Love and kept that whole difficulty, like you would see that as the human limit. And
I'd see that. Well, when I say human limit, I think difficulty limit, like how hard gameplay can be. I
yeah,
think length can go on for a lot longer. I think it's plausible that in the future you have Amethyst difficulty gameplay that goes on stretches 3-5 minutes. Because if
yeah,
you try to compress it any further, I don't think anyone would be willing to do that.
yeah. No, I think like around like you said, 5, 6 minutes would probably be the most amount of time anyone would be willing to spend on a level like that. I mean, Zodiac is still the longest top one in the game, like the by length, and the only
Yeah,
thing
being
that's
like,
come close is Tidal Wave, and the rest of the top ones are like very short. So people don't like
yeah.
playing long levels.
I mean, yeah, it's like for me, I think the reason why I think long levels tend to like a lot of people dislike them, including me, is just because the fact that just the longer the level is, the more room that you like, there's more errors that can occur.
Yeah,
I think it's not really a skill set, but it's just kind of like math, where it's like, oh, at one point there's gonna be a higher chance that your brain kind of decides to be a little lazy, and then you die.
no, that makes sense. It's like I remember Purell. He was after he beat Zodiac. He was like, "Nah, bro, it's harder than Tartarus," and simply because the length.
Yeah.
Like I
I
fully
mean,
understand.
it also just takes longer to learn because there's more to learn.
Yeah, that is
That's
true.
the worst. Okay, so I just beat Collapse. It's like an XL level. It's like 2 minutes something, and like it took me a few days. It took me longer than normal just because of the length of it and how much more I had to learn. And I just dislike that feeling. The feeling of like, damn, there's just more to learn, and learning is the worst part of the game by far.
I know.
I
I agree.
think, yeah, I think you hate when you can't do a single part, and then you got to play it for a few days until you can even do it consistently.
Yeah, I hate the learning part. I think I have a learning deficiency.
That's fair
And
enough.
even
Yeah.
trying to push past it just sucks. And then I also have astigmatism, so I don't even know how I play this game.
Yeah, I don't. It just you click at the right
Yeah, this is
times.
true. I base it off rhythm because I have like a little bit of music, like inclined with music. So I just
Yeah.
tap when the music is at that part.
Thankfully, I have the same thing in a nutshell. Like I can tap pretty, probably not consistently rhythm, but like pretty close to it. So whenever there's like a consistent click pattern that I need to do, I can do it pretty fast, like learning it wise, because I have that um skill of being able to tap at a consistent time, no matter the speed. Until it
Yeah.
reaches 10 CPS, then well, I physically can't.
A lot of people can't.